Hey y'all, so when I first started publishing 16 years ago, I had three major storylines in mind. Two of them I've actually written. One of them is still waiting in the wings, but the one of them that I wrote was the Changa Safari series. Changa Safari kind of combines my two loves together, my love of history and my love of fantasy, sword and sorcery. The story begins in East Africa, and I was really able to explore this relationship between East Africa and Asia, something that people call the spice trade. When in the case of East Africa and Asia, actually happened through shipping other than going across the world on land routes that was happening in the other areas and stuff. And the more I researched on this, the more I found out about it, the more fascinating it was. And I was like, yeah, I gotta write this book, and I gotta do this. So I actually ended up finishing the series. We started actually releasing books in 2010. This is the first one, Changa Safari, and then we did Changa Safari Volume 2, Changa Safari Volume 3. I took a break for a while and wrote a collection of stories about Changa and his crew before the safari began, called Before the Safari. Don't have a copy of it here right now. And then I wrote the last book, which is actually a novel, which is called Son of Mfumu, which finishes out the series. The other three books actually are a collection of novellas, three stories in each novella. I call them katabus, which is the Swahili word for book, and had a really fun time writing these books and writing these adventures, being able to incorporate this history because I wanted this to be as eye-opening as it was entertaining, which it was for a lot of people. So a few years ago, I decided, this is a great series. I love it. I want to create something that kind of marked the ending of the series. And so I did. I took all four books and combined them into one huge book. And it's called Changa Safari Special Edition. And this is it. Got some amazing cover art from Kanan White. The cover and actually the back of the book, both the artworks by Kanan. And as you can tell, this is some amazing artwork. And it basically is all four books combined. Show you the beginning of opening of it here. It's basically Changa Safari, very simple, special edition. Let it out in 2022, so it's been a couple of years since I let it out, and it's got all the books in there. See, chapter 1. This is from Changa Safari book 2. What I also did was that over the years I've commissioned a lot of artwork about Changa, starting with one particular artist who basically created the initial concept, and I'll show you his artwork here. Gave him his own section. Winston Blakely. This is Winston's artwork, and Winston was the one that I worked with to create the original look for Changa. You can see the sketches and stuff, Changa and Panya. He also did some artwork that we put in the interior of the first book, like Changa versus the Fisinami, the Hyena Men, and Changa versus the dragons and stuff like that. He did all this artwork. But then there's other artists that are in here too, like Stanley Weaver. Stanley Weaver had done a number of the cover art, a lot of the cover art for me. And then there was the art that we, here's another gentleman that has done some artwork for me as well, Wayne Parker. I'm gonna show you this picture here. That Wayne Parker actually did the cover for the new cover for the first book and the second book. And then we have miscellaneous artists in the back. These are people who have done artwork that we commissioned for the Kickstarters, like Hassani Claxton. He did the cover for Son of Mfumu, and Jason Reeves, who did this artwork for the for some of the rewards that we had for for the comic book series. So this is a great book. This is really meant to be a coffee table book. It's a huge book, over 600 pages, 8.5 by 11, just to give you a size comparison. This is the 5.5 by 8.5 novel compared to this thing. So like you can see, it's a big book. And it's meant to be like a coffee table book, a collector's series for someone who wants to remember the series. It's a personal thing I did for myself to be able to do it, because a lot of authors don't get a chance to see their book series completed. And they also don't get a chance to see it all combined, put together in a volume like this. This book is available. It's not cheap because it takes me a while. It takes a pretty good amount to make it, but it's only available directly from MV Media. You can't get this from Amazon. You can't get this anywhere else but from yours truly. And every book that I sent out is signed and dated. So one day, if things turn out I become a famous author, you'll have this memento of it. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to you about this. Next month is actually going to be Sword and Soul month. We're going to be doing some great things. We got some new releases coming out. We're going to be highlighting some books by other authors that write Sword and Soul. But I wanted to bring this up to you so you check it out. I'm actually going to have this book, a few copies of this book with me at some of the events that I do in Atlanta next month. So if you happen to come by Jordan Con, Urban Nerd Con, the spring book sale that we're doing, I'll probably have a couple of these books with me. I usually don't have many of them, but I'll have a few of them with me for sale. So, hey, just want to pop in, talk to you about this series, and hope you guys get a chance to go by the website, and you can go into the search and type in Changa Safari Special Edition, and it'll take you right to it. You can purchase your own copy. Takes me a while to get them to you because I only order them as they are ordered. So they're printed, and then they come here, I sign them, then I send them directly to you. But yeah, join the safari. You'll enjoy the stories. You'll enjoy the special edition. If you just want to get the single copies, they're available as well. And I know you will enjoy them, as reading them as much as I enjoyed writing them. Y'all take care. Sword and Soul forever. Peace.